boys and girls, we are going to start with our first video. This video is on conics, section 9-1 in your book, which is on parabola. There are four types of conics, as you know: parabolas, circles, ellipses, and hyperbola. We'll talk more about those in class. We're going to start with the parabola. A parabola is a set of all points that's equidistant from a point. This point we call the focus. So this point we call the focus. It's right here, and it's equidistant also to a line. This is the vertical line. We call this the directrix, which now means that every point on my parabola is equidistant. It's the same distance from both the line and the point. It's equidistant from the focus and the directrix. This point right here, that's called the vertex of the parabola. I'll write that in black so you can see it. And this dotted pink line right here, we call the axis of symmetry, which from now on we're going to call AOS. I may have spelled symmetry wrong. There's only one M. Let's go on. Ooh, before I go on, one more thing. This distance between the vertex and the directrix is called P. This distance right here between the vertex and the focus is the same distance, so it is also called P. The equation of the parabola is written y equals a times x minus h squared plus k, and this is for a vertical parabola. Okay. In this case now, our vertex, the vertex is at h comma k, and you guys know that, and my a is equal to 1 over 4p, and that's how we get a. And we can prove all this with the distance formula. It's actually pretty cool, and maybe we'll do that one day in class. Let's do some problems and see what happens. This is actually a game. It's called Name All the Stuff game. We are going to, first of all, plot these points. The focus is at -3, -2, so there is my focus. My directrix is a horizontal line at y equals -6, so it's right down here. I think I'll switch colors. My vertex is going to be halfway in between the focus and the directrix, so it is at the ordered pair -3, -4. Let's just make mental note right now that P is equal to 2. Does everyone see that this distance right here, P, is equal to 2? Okay, my lattice rectum, I did not mention that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The lattice rectum is always the distance of it's always a distance of 4p. So the lattice rectum is going to have a distance of 8, and it is going to pass through my focus. It is a line segment passing through the focus with a distance now of 8, where the focus is the midpoint of my lattice rectum, and my lattice rectum will always be horizontal. Will always be, perpendicular to my axis of symmetry. So the axis of symmetry, of course, is this vertical line right here. So the axis of symmetry is x equals -3. And my parabola is now going to look like this. It's going to be a parabola that's actually relatively wide. That's just a rough sketch. And the equation now is going to be y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Well, h, of course, is negative 3. K was negative 4. Okay, and A, we're going to get our A by saying A is equal to 1 over 4P. Well, P was 2, so A is equal to 1 over 4 times 2, which of course is 1 over 8. So A is 1/8, so our equation when we're all said and done is Y equals 1/8 X minus 3
Plus 3.
minus 4. And don't forget your squared. So there is our equation right here. And our lattice rectum had a length of 4p. Our axis of symmetry is our directrix is y equals -6. Our focus was -3, -2, and our vertex was -3, -4. Okay, let's try a second one. Looks like we have a vertex at 2, 2. We have a focus at 8, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Therefore, P must equal 6. We can make mental note of that right now. Our directrix must be 6 units the other way, so our directrix is going to be right here, a vertical line at -4. So I can actually write that down right now. My axis of symmetry is x equals -4. I'm sorry, that wasn't my axis of symmetry. That's my directrix. Negative. Okay. Our axis of symmetry is actually going to be this line right here that passes through both the vertex and the focus. So that is going to be y equals 2. The only thing we're missing right now is the length of my lattice rectum. Well, my lattice rectum is going to have a length of 12, because it is actually wrong. 24 is going to be 4p, and p was 6. So the only thing we need to now, before we graph this, is come up with the equation, or I could actually graph it as well. This is going to be a horizontal parabola that points right, where it opens up to the right. My vertex is here. My lattice rectum is going to go 12 units this way and 12 units this way. So my parabola is going to be roughly drawn way out here like this and way out here like that. The equation is going to be now, what our A is. A is always equal to 1 over 4p. P in this case was 6. So therefore A is equal to 1 over 24. My equation, and this is going to be a little bit different, is because it's a horizontal parabola, it's going to be x is equal to 1 over 24 y minus k squared. K in this case, I need to look, k